Hello to everybody in the wonderful hobby of trading cards. Are we ready today to look at some more TTMs? We've got 5 through the mail returns to our autograph requests. Hopefully, we're going to have some successes. We're going to bust open these 5, and then afterwards, let's cut open this pack of 2021-22 Parkhurst. Trying to find me a couple of Detroit Red Wing rookies. Moritz Seider and Lucas Raymond. All right. Before we get started, though, we once again want everybody to know we are happy to have as our sponsor Bernard. Thank you to the good folks at Bernard for sponsoring our show. Of course, you don't need me to tell you hard times are coming. The world is falling apart even as we speak. Just take a look around. And remember, your most basic necessity for survival in this chaos is going to be water. You got to have something to drink. You don't want to be drinking your own urine in these end times here. Well, I strongly recommend you put in at least a month's supply of Bernard dehydrated water. Now, I've tried all the leading dehydrated waters, and I can tell you from first-hand experience, Bernard is the best. It ain't even close. Why, it tastes like it came from the pool of Siloam. It's a miracle beverage for sure. Thank you, Bernard, for sponsoring our show. Truly, America's #1 choice for dehydrated water. All right, so we got some bills paid, thanks to Bernard. Now, before we bust open these TTMs, in the last episode, I showed you we got these 2 Bobby Richardson cards, a real class guy. Bobby signed 2, and he also sent along this tract, Mickey Mantle, his final inning. And there was a note on the back I had trouble making out, but I figured out here what it said. It says, "Love to play and hit at Tiger Stadium. Jordan Montgomery, left-handed pitcher in the Yankees starting rotation, and he's from Sumter, my home." Sumter, South Carolina, because I asked him who his favorite current player was, so apparently it's Jordan Montgomery of the Yankees. Now, this tract, in case people wanted to know what it was all about, Mickey Mantle finds out he's got liver cancer, doesn't have long left to live. Remembered Bobby Richardson was a Christian, his old teammate. Here's a picture of Mickey and Bobby. He remembered Bobby was a Christian, so he called Bobby on the telephone and asked him to pray with him. Then, a couple weeks later, Bobby went to visit Mickey in the hospital room. And here from a tract we read, "After entering the hospital room, Richardson went over to Mantle's bed and took his hand. Locking his eyes on him, Bobby said, 'Mickey, I love you, and I want you to spend eternity in heaven with me.' Mantle smiled and said, 'Bobby, I've been wanting to tell you I have trusted Jesus Christ as my Savior.' Faced with the crushing weight of his sin against a holy God and its dire consequence, eternal separation from God, Mickey had asked for and received the forgiveness he so desperately needed. For Richardson, news of his conversion felt like cool rain after a summer drought and brought tears to his eyes. For years he had talked to Mickey about the Lord Jesus, but to no avail. Now, in the final inning of his life, the Mick had won his greatest victory, more glorious than any of his tape measure home runs." So that's a little A little flavor of this nice tract. Mickey Mantle, his final inning. After wasting years of his life on alcohol and hard living, on his deathbed, Mickey turned his life over to Jesus. All right, very nice. So we thank Mr. Bobby Richardson, a class guy, for signing the 2 cards and sending us this great tract, Mickey Mantle, his final inning. All right, let's look at today's through the mail returns. Hopefully we won't get any additions to our TTM Hall of Shame. Let's we got up here first, people. From Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We don't get many from Sioux Falls. It's probably not Susie and the Banshees. Let's see who we got from Sioux Falls. Oh, Dick Green, old second baseman on those three-peat Oakland A's World Championship teams. Dick Green. Excellent second baseman on some great teams. Dick lettered in track, football, and basketball. Dick Green, he is now 81 years old. Thank you, Mr. Green. I remember you well from your days on those great Oakland teams. You and your double play partner, Bert Campaneris. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate that. Dick Green. All right, what do we got next? Coming to us from Tampa, St. Pete. That is a rough area, let me tell you. I lived down there for a while. They got some miserable people down in that part of the world. Tampa, St. Pete. Oh, Rodolfo Nolasco, yet another active player. We're really on a run with these active guys signing their cards now. Mr. Nolasco is a prospect in the Pirates system, and he very nicely signed his Bowman first. Thank you, Mr. Nolasco. He's from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Wow, look at that. We are doing great now with these active players. Rodolfo Nolasco on the Bowman first. Thank you, sir. Next up, what do we got here? Also from one of the hellholes of the world, Tampa, St. Pete. Tampa, St. Pete. The only good thing down there, it's near Clearwater. You can go over to the Scientology headquarters, maybe clear your e-meter or whatever they call it. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, look at this. Marcus Liberty. Do you guys remember him? Chicago high school basketball legend. Then he played for Illinois, was on that Final Four team that lost to Michigan in '89, and then he played in the NBA. But he was a high school legend out of Chicago, Marcus Liberty, King High School. Great. Thank you, Mr. Liberty. Really appreciate that. Marcus Liberty. Well, he is one of the all-time legends of high school basketball, signing his stadium club. Very nice. Marcus Liberty. Great. Thank you, sir. We haven't had too many basketball returns, but that's a good one. All right. Whoa! 3 in a row. From Hades, USA, Tampa, St. Pete. From the bowels of Hades. Let's see what we got here. From the bowels of Hades. Oh, one of my all-time favorite Detroit Tigers, Ron LaFleur. One of the best base stealers the game has ever seen. Turned himself into a pretty good hitter, too. You remember his story. He was in prison in the world's largest walled prison, Jackson State Prison here in Michigan, for armed robbery. Started playing baseball in prison, and somebody sent a note over to Billy Martin and said, "Hey, you ought to check this guy out." So Billy Martin went and looked at him, and he convinced the Tigers management to sign him. Ron LaFleur became a great center fielder, leadoff hitter, base stealer. Ron LaFleur had a 30-game hitting streak in '76. Thank you, Mr. Ron LaFleur. That is something else. Boy, got some great returns today. Ron LaFleur. Yes, sirree. He was the center fielder in the '76 season when Mark Fidrich, all that craziness was going on over the bird. Mark Fidrich and Ron LaFleur made quite a summer in '76. All right, let's see what we got for our last one. And this is coming to us from Brockton, Ma. Brockton, Ma. What do we got from Brockton, Ma? Whoa, look at that Hall of Fame rookie card. Mr. Dennis Eckersley. Not Denise Eckersley, Dennis Eckersley. Now, if you want to know, because it's odd that we got this Dennis Eckersley the day after we got the Rick Manning auto sign. So, if you want to know what all that is about, go watch our last video, the one, I think with the title says something about 8 returns, Nick Saban. You'll hear the Rick Manning, Dennis Eckersley story. I won't bother going into that one again, but it's a good story. Dennis Eckersley, a Hall of Fame pitcher, signing his 1976 Topps rookie card. Thank you, Eckersley. Look at that. That's a beauty. Dennis Eckersley. Not Denise Eckersley, Dennis Eckersley. Thank you, Mr. Eckersley. Well, that's great. Nobody going into the TTM Hall of Shame today. Those were fantastic returns. And now let's take a look at these Parkhurst cards. 30 cards inside. Let's see what we got. I'm looking for 2 Detroit Red Wings rookies. I hope I don't even know if they're on the checklist, but we'll see. Moritz Seider and Lucas Raymond. Now, what is this? A security card? Oh, boy. What a world we live in where people would stoop to stealing hockey cards. Come on, these cost me $6.49. Let's go. Let's not steal. All right, what do we got here first? Ilya Mikheyev. Where's the old Ilya from? From Omsk, Russia. He's very glad that hockey is keeping him out of the Ukraine. Ilya from Russia. Now, we got a Red Wing, but it ain't one of the rookies. It's Jacob Vrana. Pretty good goal scorer. He's from the Czech Republic. Jacob Vrana. Nice card. Then we got Colton Parayko. He's from Alberta. Philip Chittle. Czech Republic. Justin Falk. He's from Minnesota. Radim Simek. Czech Republic. Matt Dumba. What a name. Matt Dumba. I bet he got teased about that name. Matt Dumba from Saskatchewan. And we got a Barrett Hayton. Ontario. Ryan Lindgren from Minnesota. Alec Tuck from Syracuse. Anders Lee. Jake DeBrusque. And we got a shiny card. Some kind of a weird, I don't know what you call that, with almost like a spiral refractor. David Perron. I don't know, this is kind of a special card. I don't know. Then we got a gold parallel Keandre Miller. Not too many people in the NHL named Keandre. Rookie card, Jacob Bryson. Not one of the guys we were looking for. Nicholas Backstrom. He's from Sweden. Rookie card, Quentin Byfield. He's not a bad rookie. Not one of the guys, the two guys I'm looking for, of course, from the Red Wings. But that's not a bad rookie card. It's probably our best card so far. Brady Tkachuk from Ottawa. He's from Arizona. He's from that family of hockey players. Nick Paul. Mikael Granlund. He's from Finland. I mentioned once before, you guys need to Google the president or the prime minister or whatever they call the leader of Finland is. Check that out. You'll thank me. Matthew Tkachuk. There's another one. Quite a family of hockey players. Andre Palat. Czech Republic. Alex Killorn. Nova Scotia. Chris Letang. Looks like he's ready to slash somebody in that picture. He's from Montreal. Adam Enrique from Ontario. Patrick Lane. He's from Finland. Look at those. Look at that. I don't think those are his teeth. That must be a mouth guard in there. Looks like a woodchuck. All right. Kevin Shattenkirk. He's from Connecticut. Brett Pesci, no relation to Joe Pesci. Then we got Dylan Cousins. And our last card, Thomas Chabot. So no Sider, no Raymond, but we did get Quentin Byfield. That's not bad. All right, so we had a pretty good run with these cards today. Nobody to go into the Hall of Shame. Some good returns. Once again, we want to thank our sponsor, Bernard, America's #1 choice for dehydrated water. The world's going crazy. What are you going to drink when they're coming for you? Do you got a big supply of this? You better. Get America's #1 choice for dehydrated water, Bernard. Thank you to Bernard. We'll be back again in our next episode. We'll have some more returns. Maybe next time we'll do this. Try to find Dennis Rodman's daughter. Or we might have some other surprise. But that is it for now.